Welcome to my channel Super Rare Coins. Today is best top 3 coins. Please don't skip this video. So let's get it started. The 1999 Spanish 5 euro cent coin is one of the first euro coins ever struck and issued for circulation. Spain, along with 10 other European Union member states, officially adopted the euro on January 1, 1999, though the physical banknotes and coins entered circulation on January 1, 2002. That means coins dated 1999, including the Spanish 5 cent, were produced in advance and stockpiled for distribution once the new currency went live. The year 1999 is therefore particularly significant as it marks the birth of the euro in monetary form, even if ordinary citizens did not yet use them in everyday trade until 3 years later. The denomination of 5 euro cents belongs to the lower value coins in the euro series. It is part of the group of copper-colored coins, 1, 2, and 5 cents, that are distinct from the yellow gold-colored middle denominations, 10, 20, 50 cents, and the bimetallic higher ones, 1 and 2 euros. This visual grouping helps users easily distinguish small values in daily use. The 1999 Spain 5 cent coin was struck in Nordic gold, despite its name not a real gold alloy but a copper-based composition, 89% copper, 5% aluminium, 5% zinc, and 1% tin. Weighs 3.92 grams, measures 21.25 millimeters in diameter, and has a smooth edge with fine horizontal striations. Its reddish golden tone and durability made it ideal for circulation. The obverse design of the Spanish 5 euro cent coin features a portrait of Miguel de Cervantes Saavedra, 1547–1616, the legendary Spanish writer and creator of Don Quixote. Cervantes is often hailed as the father of the modern novel, and one of the greatest figures of Spanish literature. The portrait is styled in a classical yet modern interpretation, showing him with his ruffled collar and dignified expression, an embodiment of Spain's literary and cultural heritage. Surrounding the portrait is the espana, Spain, and the year of issue 1999, along with the 12 stars of the European Union arranged in a semicircle to symbolize unity among the member states. The choice of Cervantes for the Spanish cent coins, 1, 2, and 5 cents, was deeply symbolic. Spain, when entering the Eurozone, wished to project its cultural contributions rather than simply political or monarchic imagery. While the higher denominations, 10 cents and above, feature the King of Spain Juan Carlos I at the time, the smaller denominations were reserved for Cervantes to highlight the power of art, literature, and intellectual heritage in Spanish identity. This was a deliberate contrast to other countries that used monarchs, presidents, or architectural landmarks. Spain's emphasis on Cervantes reinforced the idea of the euro not just as a monetary union but also as a cultural mosaic of European achievements. On the reverse, the design is uniform across all Eurozone member states. T shows the globe, highlighting the European Union's position in the world. To the right is the denomination 5 euro cent, and above it 6 diagonal lines cut across the globe, each with a star at its end. These 6 lines represent the unifying forces of Europe, radiating outward, linking the EU to the wider world. The common side was designed by Belgian artist Luc Louix, and it reinforces the concept of the euro as both a regional and global currency. The historical context of 1999 makes this coin especially interesting. It was the year the euro was officially launched as a currency, in electronic and banking form, replacing the Spanish peseta, which had been in circulation since the late 19th century. The conversion rate was fixed at 1 euro equals 166.386 pesetas, an exchange that many Spaniards initially struggled to adjust to because of the large numerical difference. The 5 cent coin therefore replaced the smaller fractional peseta coins used for decades in markets and shops, and its reddish color and Cervantes design quickly became familiar to Spaniards by 2002. The cultural symbolism of Cervantes on the 5 cent coin runs deep. Cervantes is not only a literary icon but also a figure of resilience and creativity. He lived through wars, imprisonment, and hardship, yet produced works of enduring brilliance. His masterpiece Don Quixote de la Mancha is often interpreted as a reflection of human ideals, imagination, and the tension between reality and dreams. By placing Cervantes on the euro coin, Spain sent a message that its cultural and intellectual contributions to Europe and the world were just as valuable as its economic or political presence. In terms of mintage and circulation, the 1999 Spanish 5 euro cent coin was struck in extremely large numbers. Because it was part of the inaugural euro production, millions were minted to ensure a sufficient supply once the physical currency launch occurred in 2002. As a result, the coin is not rare in circulated condition, and most examples today are worth only their face value. However, coins in uncirculated or proof condition, particularly those included in official €1,999 mint sets, are of greater numismatic interest. These early dated euro coins, while common, hold sentimental and historical value as the first issues of a new European currency. The design philosophy of the euro cent coins also deserves attention. Using copper-colored alloy and smaller sizes for the lowest denominations, the designers aim to make them practical for daily use, but also distinct enough to avoid confusion. The choice of Cervantes specifically for the Spanish low-value coins can be seen as symbolic of the accessibility of literature. Just as small coins are accessible to everyone, Cervantes represents a literary heritage belonging to all people, not just elites. From a collector's perspective, the 1999 Spain 5-cent coin is an attractive piece for those interested in euro history. Its value in ordinary condition is minimal due to the massive mintages, but its appeal lies in its status as one of the earliest euro coins ever struck. Collectors often seek full sets of 1999 dated euros from each participating country, and Spain's Cervantes design is one of the most popular due to its instantly recognizable cultural theme. The legacy of the coin continues today, even though Spain has since updated its euro designs, notably in 2010 when a slight redesign modified the stars and lettering to comply with EU guidelines. The Cervantes portrait remains a staple of Spain's euro identity. This consistency demonstrates how deeply the writer is embedded in Spain's self-image and its representation within the European family of nations. Next, the Spain 5 euro cent coin of the year 2000 is one of the first-generation euro coins that were minted in preparation for the official launch of the euro. Spain, like all Eurozone founding members, began producing euro coins in 1999 and 2000, stockpiling massive quantities ahead of the public introduction of the currency on January 1, 2002. This means that while the coin is dated 2000, it was not actually circulating until 2002. Coins from 1999 and 2000 are historically significant because they represent the euro's birth years in which the world was preparing for one of the largest monetary shifts in modern history. The technical specifications of the Spain 2005 euro cent coin are identical to those of all other Eurozone 5-cent coins, ensuring complete compatibility and recognizability across member states. The coin is struck in Nordic gold, a copper-based alloy, 89% copper, 5% aluminium, 5% zinc, and 1% tin. Despite its name, it contains no actual gold. Instead, it was chosen for its golden reddish appearance, resistance to tarnishing, and durability in circulation. The coin weighs 3.92 grams, measures 21.25 millimeters in diameter, has a thickness of about 1.67 millimeters, and carries a smooth edge with fine horizontal striations. These specifications were standardized across all euro countries to ensure easy use and seamless cross-border circulation. The obverse design of the 2000 Spanish 5-cent coin prominently features Miguel de Cervantes Saavedra, 1547–1616, the most celebrated figure of Spanish literature and the author of Don Quixote, often regarded as the first modern novel. Cervantes is depicted with a dignified classical portrait, complete with his ruffled collar, a detail taken from traditional representations of him in Spanish art. The choice of Cervantes for the smaller denomination coins, 1, 2, and 5 cents, was deliberate, highlighting Spain's cultural and intellectual contributions to the world rather than focusing solely on political or monarchical figures. Surrounding his portrait is the country name, Espa, the mint year 2000, the 12 stars of the European Union, symbolizing unity and cooperation within Europe. This design not only honors Cervantes but also conveys the idea of Spain presenting itself to the European and global stage through its greatest cultural ambassador. While other countries chose monarchs, presidents, or architectural landmarks for their national side, Spain chose to emphasize literature and creativity. The Cervantes portrait thus became one of the most recognizable and admired designs among all euro coinage. The reverse side of the coin, which is common to all Eurozone states, was created by Belgian designer Luc Licx. T shows a globe with Europe prominently highlighted. Placed to the left of the coin, to the right, is the denomination 5 euro cent, while 6 thin diagonal lines radiate outward across the globe, each ending in a star. This design conveys the idea of Europe being connected internally and to the wider world. It highlights the euro as not only a European currency but also a global financial force. The shared reverse across all euro coins reinforces the common identity of the Eurozone while leaving space for national expression on the obverse. The historical importance of the 2000 dated coin lies in its role as a preparatory issue. When Spain began minting euro coins in 1999 and 2000, millions were produced in advance and stored in vaults. By the time 2002 arrived, Spain was ready to circulate euros immediately across its economy, replacing the long-standing Spanish peseta. The fixed conversion rate had been set at 1 euro equals 166.386 pesetas, and so the 5-cent coin replaced small-value peseta coins in daily use. Spaniards had to adapt quickly to a new monetary system, and coins like the 5 cent became everyday tools of commerce, especially in shops, cafes, and vending machines. Culturally, the 2000 Spain 5-cent coin carried the legacy of Cervantes into millions of hands across Europe. Spaniards and Europeans alike were reminded daily of Cervantes' contribution to world literature, with Don Quixote symbolizing the imagination, struggle, and humor of the human condition. In this way, the coin worked not only as money but also as a cultural ambassador. It served as a constant link between Europe's economic integration and Spain's proud cultural heritage. From a mintage perspective, the 2000 issue was struck in very high numbers. Because Spain needed to prepare enough coinage for the euro launch, millions of coins were minted across all denominations. As a result, the 2005-cent coin is not rare in circulation and generally carries only face value when found in used condition. However, uncirculated examples, particularly those included in the 2000 official Spanish euro coin sets, are valued by collectors. Proof versions, which were struck with polished dies for collectors, are particularly desirable and fetch higher prices than ordinary circulation strikes. The design philosophy of the euro cent coins is also significant. By grouping the 1, 2, and 5-cent coins in a copper-toned color, the designers made them instantly recognizable as the smallest denominations. This practical consideration made it easier for the public to use them. At the same time, Spain's choice to place Cervantes on all 3 copper coins underscores a democratic message. Just as small coins are accessible to everyone, Cervantes belongs to all Spaniards and indeed to all of Europe. When examining the numismatic value of the Spain 2005-cent coin, collectors generally see it as part of the first-wave euro issues that hold more sentimental than monetary value. While common in circulation, the fact that it bears one of the earliest years of euro production makes it attractive for those who wish to complete full sets of first-issue euros from each country. Over time, these early issues may gain more appreciation as historical artifacts of the euro's introduction. The symbolism of Cervantes cannot be overstated. By placing the great writer on coins that traveled across Europe, Spain reinforced the idea that cultural achievement is just as valuable as political power. The Cervantes coin carries the image of the man who gave the world Don Quixote, a work that remains deeply relevant today for its themes of idealism, disillusionment, and perseverance. This makes the coin more than just a piece of metal; it is a portable tribute to human imagination. From a global perspective, the 2000 Spain 5-cent coin also represents Spain's participation in a groundbreaking monetary experiment. The euro was more than a new currency; it was a symbol of European unity, stability, and shared destiny. For Spain, a country that had transitioned to democracy only a few decades earlier, adopting the euro was both a practical economic step and a symbolic gesture of belonging to a greater European community. Next, the Spain 5-euro-cent coin of 2011 represents part of the second decade of euro coin production in Spain. By this time, the euro had been in circulation for almost 10 years, having officially entered use in January 2002. Coins dated 2011 were struck after the euro had become one of the most widely used currencies in the world, circulating not only across the eurozone but also accepted in neighboring countries and even beyond Europe. The 2011 issue reflects continuity in Spain's coinage traditions, maintaining the national design chosen at the launch of the euro while being part of the evolving economic story of both Spain and the European Union. The technical specifications of the Spain 2011 5-cent coin are the same as those of all Eurozone 5-cent coins, since uniformity was central to the euro project. The coin is struck from Nordic gold, an alloy composed of 89% copper, 5% aluminium, 5% zinc, and 1% tin. This alloy was chosen for its golden reddish color, durability in circulation, and resistance to tarnishing. Despite its name, it contains no real gold. The coin has a weight of 3.92 grams, a diameter of 21.25 millimeters, a thickness of 1.67 millimeters, and a smooth edge marked with fine vertical striations. These technical details ensure that the coin is instantly recognizable by touch and compatible with vending machines and coin validators across Europe. The obverse side, unique to Spain, features the portrait of Miguel de Cervantes Saavedra, 1547–1616, Spain's most celebrated literary figure and the author of Don Quixote. The engraving shows Cervantes in a dignified pose, wearing his iconic ruffled collar, a style typical of Renaissance portraits. Around him, the espana appears to the left, while the year of minting 2011 is shown to the right, along with the small symbol of the Spanish mint, the Real Casa de la Moneda, Madrid Mint. Surrounding the design are the 12 stars of the European Union, representing unity and solidarity among EU member states. The choice of Cervantes is deliberate and symbolic. It places culture, creativity, and literature at the center of Spain's national identity within the Eurozone. The reverse side of the coin is common across all Euro area countries and was designed by Luc Luyx of the Royal Belgian Mint. It shows a globe with Europe highlighted, tilted to emphasize Europe's position in the world. The denomination, 5 eurocent, is shown prominently on the right side, while 6 thin diagonal lines cut across the globe, each ending in a star. The reverse conveys the idea of Europe radiating outward, interconnected both internally and with the rest of the world. This design underscores the euro as more than a local currency. It is a symbol of Europe's place in the global economy. By 2011, the euro had been circulating for nearly a decade, and Spain had fully adjusted to life without the peseta, the national currency it had used for over a century. The fixed exchange rate at the time of adoption, €1 equals 166.386 pesetas, remained a point of reference for many Spaniards, but by 2011 the younger generation had grown up using euros exclusively. The 5-cent coin, although small in denomination, played a practical role in everyday commerce, useful for vending machines, small purchases, and exact change in retail transactions. Its widespread circulation made Cervantes' portrait a familiar sight not only in Spain but across Europe. The cultural importance of the Cervantes design should not be underestimated. While many other Eurozone countries chose monarchs, political figures, or architectural landmarks for their national coin side, Spain decided to showcase a literary giant. This decision highlights Spain's desire to project its cultural heritage and intellectual contributions to the wider European and global community. Cervantes' Don Quixote is often called the first modern novel, a foundational work of world literature, and his presence on Spain's smallest euro coins symbolizes how cultural achievements are accessible to all, just as small coins pass through the hands of millions every day. From a mintage perspective, the 2011 Spain 5-cent coin was produced in large numbers for general circulation. Spain, like all major Eurozone members, regularly issued millions of coins to meet public demand. This means that the 2011 issue is not rare and is commonly found in circulation throughout Europe. However, there are collector versions such as uncirculated sets and proof sets issued in limited quantities by the Spanish Mint. These special issues, often packaged with higher denomination coins in presentation boxes, are more sought after by numismatists and carry a higher premium compared to standard circulation strikes. The numismatic value of the Spain 2011 5-cent coin is generally modest. In circulated condition, it is worth only its face value of 5 cents, as millions were produced. In uncirculated or mint condition, it may fetch a small premium, usually a few times its face value, depending on collector demand. Proof strikes, which are specially polished and struck multiple times for collectors, can be considerably more valuable, especially when kept in their original packaging. Collectors of euro coins often seek complete annual sets from each country, which makes even common dates like 2011 part of a desirable series. On a broader level, the 2011 Spain 5-cent coin reflects the stability and continuity of the euro project. Despite facing the Eurozone debt crisis around this time, a financial period that deeply affected Spain and other southern European nations, the coinage itself remained unchanged. This demonstrates how euro coins serve as symbols of resilience and unity, even when individual member states face economic challenges. For Spaniards, the 2011 issues represent an era of financial struggle, rising unemployment, and austerity measures, but they also stand as tokens of belonging to the wider European family. From a design philosophy perspective, the choice to maintain the Cervantes portrait unchanged from 1999 through 2011 reinforces Spain's commitment to cultural continuity. Some Eurozone countries modified their designs in the late 2000s to comply with updated EU coinage guidelines, which required clearer inclusion of the 12 stars and other features. Spain's design, however, was already compliant, and thus coins like the 2011 issue show only minor variations from earlier years. This continuity makes it easy for people to recognize Spanish coins instantly, regardless of the year of issue. The global significance of coins like the Spain 2011 5-cent extends beyond their small denomination. As euro coins travel widely, being used by tourists, workers, and collectors across borders, they act as miniature cultural ambassadors. A Spanish 5-cent coin found in Germany, Italy, or even outside Europe serves as a reminder of shared identity and interconnected economies. For many non-Europeans, euro coins are among the most recognizable pieces of modern currency, and Spain's Cervantes design contributes to the rich diversity of national symbols within the common euro framework. Thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe my channel for more videos.